Okay. Do. Alrighty. Okay. Here we go. My Twitch stream up on here. Hopefully the audio is coming through correctly. 1 second. Reach. Audio. Strong because you got this printer in the background. Do. Okay. Okay. And make sure the audio is working properly. Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Okay, there we go.
Testing, testing.
Yeah, no. Okay, good. Got a cookie. Now, let's get this in the right spot. Whoopie-doo. And yeah, the office is still a chaotic mess. Oh, I had hoped to start earlier, but my dad came over and was a pest. But then again, that's what he usually is. Just gotta make sure I have this where I can at least see the stream. Any comments from y'all? All right. So, hello. All right. Here's what we're doing. Instead of the Doctor Doom statue, since it's November, it's close to Christmas, and I have reasonable stockpile of filament and nephews. So, Christmas presents. This is actually the one we're going to work on for today. Oh, debris in there. Oops, sorry. Let me get the other parts of this. Alrighty. So this is a really cool project that I found on Printables a while back and hadn't really gotten it to work properly. Whew. Because this is actually 3D printed safe. And I'm going to probably add the riser in there so that my nephew will get to have this for Christmas. That's going to be awesome. My sister-in-law will hate me. Okay. Now then, let me finish up with this. I haven't actually gotten as far with the outer door frame as I'd meant to. This goes on here. And then these are parts of the door. This is my first attempt, so I may or may not use this one. I don't know yet. And currently, the printer that you're hearing in the background is actually me working on printing my nephew's Christmas present. My youngest nephew's. This is for my eldest nephew. And do this. So essentially what I went with is... actually, that's probably too high of a grit. So I want to smooth it, not grind it all the way out. But what I ended up doing... Oh, right, this. I went ahead and used a electric blue acrylic paint with this one. And from there, I'm going to try and wet sand it and smooth it out. This is just to get the rough spots out on here. That I'm going to wait and do because I've printed it with one of those beds that have the holographic look to them. So they actually have and you can kind of see it if you get close enough. But you can kind of see there's a holographic pattern in here since this is the outer. Actually, it doesn't matter because that's not the actual outer part of the door. So let me finish smoothing this out. And we're going to try and do this, and then hopefully it will not get too loud because I'll have to turn the compressor on because I'm going to airbrush and smooth out this and treat this as a base layer. And then I'm going to come back and use this, the Vallejo Arctic Blue Metallic, which if you'd ever seen any of my older stuff is actually, where did I put him? I have no idea where I put my Superman seal that I made for the movie. Essentially, it is a absolutely gorgeous metallic blue. If I remembered where I put my Superman seal, I'd be using that. But I don't. Because this office is chaotic, as I'll get out. Okay. So let's see how this goes. And I got a box of springs this time, instead of just trying to hope that the ones that I pulled out of two different pens work. Need those for the hinges. But let's start here. Get some of this dust off my hands. Okay. It's the 320. Water bottle. Smooth this bit out. Okay, and hopefully everybody is enjoying their week so far. Well, actually, wait, this is right. All right, because of my work schedule, I forget that my weekend is Wednesday and Thursday. One of many good things to come of the new chapter that I'm building towards is back to a somewhat normal schedule. It'll get there. Thankfully, my dad only needed batteries. Because if it was something other than that, it would have been a pain. I was literally about to start sleeping when he came over. As heaven forbid, he actually checks ahead to make sure that someone is not otherwise occupied. Okay. Let's bump it up to 400 here. Yeah, see a bit of the paint's coming off. But we're smoothing it out so it looks nice and neat. Okay. Yeah, it's much smoother. Okay, that's going to be a tricky spot right here. Actually, try out these little guys here for it. Because I've got just... Move the camera a bit. One second. All right, there we go. So yeah, see if I can zoom in enough. You can kind of see right here. Got a bit of a mess of a line. I'm going to try and see if I can file this down a bit using these guys without creating too much of an issue, simply because these are actually much lower grit and I don't want to damage it. I just want to smooth it. Actually, it looks like it could have been a layer line. And it's starting to peel it. Well, that kind of fixed it. Okay. Okay. Might be taking a little bit too much off on there. Nope, that's actually pretty good there. Good, good, good. And then very nice. Okay, now let me find one of these pads that are a little bit bigger. Echo, turn on hallway. Computer, turn on hallway. Computer, turn on back porch. There, that helps. That lighting's a little bit better. Okay, let's see what we got. We got 500 to 600. That's 800 to 1,000. And to 1,000. 500 to 800. Okay. Why is it say it's paused? Oh, okay. I saw a pause icon on my thing on my manager, and I was like, what the heck is that? Back out a bit on here. Or if anybody has a comment on it, which I cannot. Second, let me switch this around. Where's the chat part so I can see if anybody's talking? Okay. Okie doke. I'm just pulling up the chat now, and hello, Emma Della 98. I will try and get that follow back on X when I can get on. Tried to see if I could figure out how to stream it on X, or Twitter, but yeah, couldn't quite do that with how late it was already. Oh, right, more paper towels. I put there. Okay. See if this works. Ah. I kind of wish there was a way to actually see it properly where I can have both windows open. See if I can get this build up right here cleared up. Come on. Okay, let me actually just go ahead and bump it up to a bit higher. Should at least be good until I can get around to doing the airbrushing in just a bit. I may just get everything else ready first. Whew. Now I'm still learning, but that right there just feels amazing. Okay. Right. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's see about getting on the inside of this. Let's go ahead and start with the 400 instead of the 320. Looking this at more of a base layer, I just want to make sure that when I apply the airbrush paint, it isn't going to mess up anything. It's going to be nice and smooth before we get to that point. Okay. Okay. Let's see about getting this bit. Okay. Well, that's a light improvement. There's still some bit coarse down here at the bottom, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. Okay, let's go ahead and bump up to the 800 to 1,000. And just finish this bit off so I'm not taking all 90 minutes or so to just polish this bit. Wet in there. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Find myself some palette. Which I have somewhere. Ah, there we are. Where did I put the paint? Oh, there's the paint. Durr. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else I have in here. That's too big. That may need to go in there. This may be the right one for here. Okie doke. Okay. So yeah, this is the side with the hologram on it. Try and keep it nice and smooth and at least get this base layer down. Well, a few base layers really. Takes a few coats, especially if it's on the sanded side. It doesn't always seem to want to pick it up with as few coats with as many coats as the other side does. But then again, I have the automotive wet sandable primer on the other side. Okay. Realized I probably should have done this side first because there's more that I can do to this side. Oh well. Okay. Need to sand a bit more around the hinges anyway, so I can probably just do it this way. And then I can let it dry for a bit. Okay. I'm just also realizing that with all the attempt to get the new little drawer system I made up and running, I might not necessarily know exactly where all my airbrush parts are. So we will find out very soon. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can kind of just barely see it. Let me close it a bit more. Needs one. You can actually kind of see the hologram sticking through it because that does still have the brush. It actually works better with the airbrush, which is why why I have this taped up is that I printed it down. So that side I didn't want to get any paint on there so that I can just straight up airbrush it with the metal, and we'll kind of go from there. Oh, good grief. Sorry, didn't mean to get it that close. Okay. Now let me see if I have enough of my parts here for the airbrush. Come here. Should be in this bin, and then so I can get it reorganized into the drawers here. Okay, bear with me. Yes, this just got into an interesting little side rail. We went from, let's make Christmas presents, to, let's watch me sort my drawers. Ha-ha! Where did I put them? That's weird. Oh, there are the nozzles. Where's the cups at? Okay. Well, let's see. That's weird. Would have sworn they were in the same box. A second. No, not that one. That is the weirdest thing. Ah, fudge. Here. Nope, I don't have a spare. What about in here? Don't know if that'll work. Huh. That is the weirdest thing, because I know I kept all of that over here for a while. Oh, I'm sorry. I really thought they were all right next to each other. Nope, that's not it. Nope. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to fit in that. Good grief. Well, that's not good at all. Because that means I have no idea where my... fudge. Okay. So I guess I'm not going to be doing any airbrushing today because I have no idea where the heads are. Or the cups are for the paint. I'm so sorry about that. I don't think this will fit. Wait, it might. Nope, it does not. Nope, that one doesn't either. Why, Harbor Freight, why did you have to give me ones that are proprietary? Second. Nope, that's not what that does. Dang. That makes no sense. Well, okay then. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to find these right now. Well, that's disappointing. Okay. I'll just have to start hunting those down just a little bit then. That is going to drive me crazy. Because I didn't put much back in the drawers. Good grief. Yeah, this does not make any sense to me. This might just... Okay, let's try this. And me... Or let me find the bin full of them right over here. Okay. I'm going to just step aside for a moment while I turn that on so it doesn't get too loud over here. Okay, so let's check and make sure, because I haven't used this in a bit, that it's working. Good. Which one are you? You are 0.5. Which one is still in the box? I think it's 0.5 that comes on it, and 0.3 is the one that's still on there. Whoops. Gold ring. There we go. Flow is still going good either way, so let's go with this one. Okay, just need to move a few things out of the way here. And put a bit of stuff down here. Whew, okay. It should be interesting. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing more people in the chat bit. Hello, people. Nope, that was not the right button. Well, I haven't, to Emma Della 98, I have not been on Twitter yet. I'm doing the stream. I can't really get on the computer at the moment. Like, my phone is my camera, my tablet is the only bit there, so I will follow back when I can. Okay. Okay. Come on. All right, then. Oh, don't be jammed. Great. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Stupid hands. I love having hand tremors. They're awesome. Oh, this is ridiculous. So apparently we may not be doing any airbrushing. Jeez. This doesn't make any sense because I have been cleaning it, keeping it separated to prevent this very outcome. Okay, fun times. Okay. That's weird. It's not coming out. How? Okay, that's not good. Great. This doesn't make any sense because this thing's supposed to. The needle just comes out. Okay, I don't have any way of fixing this right now. I don't even know how to fix it at this point because it usually just comes right out. Oh, that's awesome. because you don't have to unscrew that. Okay. So that's not happening. Okay. That's just great. What the heck? Okay. That's great. Okay. Can't really do anything. Okay. I'm just going to work on this other one that I have. This one's my sister-in-law's present. I use the aerosol for a lot of this because it's trying to fill all these little smaller gaps. I'm not sure how that's working. It just doesn't feel like it's working very well. And this white paint is probably a bit on the older side. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably just going to try and keep hitting up. Just drench it, I guess, in the white. I'm getting the blue all over it. Let me at least do this real quick. Because it got stuck to the print bed. Not print bed, but the spot where I do the spray painting. I'm probably going to go back over and put white felt on the bottom just to give it a nice surface texture, but it doesn't hurt to have this ready. Yeah, this stuff is super. This white paint may need to go. I'll just go by and pick up a smaller bottle at Walmart tomorrow. Okay. And this one's just... Okay. Yeah, I need to get rid of that box that I was painting that on and switch over to something else. Okay, where are the blacks at? Jet black, that's the one. Actually, it may not be the one, but will be for now. Okay. I think this is the one that's a bit more satiny, shiny. I might consider repainting this red. Because it's like, that's way too... Yeah. I'm actually going to do something completely absurd and just switch over to a red for this. Let me see what I've got. Something that works for this. Acrylic. You know what? Let's go with the unexpected. Because what says Chris... Come on. There we go. What says Christmas better than the color Christmas green? Okay. This may take a few coats to get through the black. Yeah, it's going to take a few coats to get through that, but it's doable. I should let the other paint dry there first. Okay. I'll let that kind of dry for now. You'll get some of the the parts for it. Let's see this one there. Okay. Yep, there we go. Zoom this back out a bit. And oh, right. Yeah, roll down here. See how well this works. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I don't know where the other parts of that were. I wasn't planning on doing that one today. So let me let this kind of keep hitting this green up a bit more. Okay, it's going to take a while. It'll get there. I think about the only other thing I can actually work on that I wasn't really planning on was this. Let me see. It's because kind of a bit bummed that it's a bit bummed that the airbrush is not working. After the first time I had that happen, I've tried to be very, very careful about that, but apparently not enough. And this is actually something I made from my desk that's actually just a headphone stand. And this is a Deadpool headphones. Yeah, headphone stand. I don't know if I said helmet or headphone. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was running out of the sprayable finish. Not finish, but the automotive primer. So I think cadmium red is a good color for this. I can go a bit bigger size-wise. Now, I have to replace that one. Let's see what I got in here. There we go. It's a bit stiff, but should work. Actually, let's darken this a bit. No, Pearl Scarlet's not going to be enough, but a bit of Flamingo Red might work. Bit more Flamingo Red. Or actually, just Flamingo Red in general would probably be a better option than this. Oh, Jesus!
Someone is at front door.
Be right back. Yes, Dad. Yes. Yes, I am. What's up? was just in the middle of a workout. Let me see if I've got a spare. All right. My dad is back again, so I've got to go deal with him. Thanks for watching. Maybe next time it'll go better. Or actually, well, yeah, one second. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah,
Someone
he's
was
gone now.
detected at your front door.
Okay. He has no comprehension of personal space. One of many, many reasons I'm building forward. Let me try this with just... Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to use the flamingo red. I think that actually works a lot better for the Deadpool look. Okay. Okay. Go. Let me try a different brush real quick. Nope, that one's still too stiff. May have to switch it out. Not pulled the right one out of that box, so that's not gonna work. Okay. There, that's a bit better. No, Archimedes. My cat is apparently informing me of something. Okay. It's coming along. Okay. Come on. Okay, not a bad look so far. It's just going to need a few coats, but that's normally what the acrylic paint does need. Especially the acrylic craft paint. Come on. May have to go back in here and file down some of these spots, but at least you're getting a good start. Okay. And almost to the 90-minute mark. It's kind of a blow finding out that, like, having the whole thing with my airbrush, so I may not stay too much later. I just kind of need to calm down, relax for a minute. Thank you for the people who actually showed up this time. I don't normally get many people to show up, and, well, it's kind of cool. So thanks. Okay. And I may go back through and do these detail lines in red in black instead of just red. And then I think I need to sand through the base a bit more because I didn't really finish sanding all those little, where I used all the wood putty up. But I'll go back through that and I think I'll do it red. I'll get my colors right eventually. Okay. At least try and finish this original coat. Okay, that was way too much still left on the brush. Okay. Okay. Just don't want to end up wasting this paint. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it. I may finish up this paint on my own, but thanks everybody for showing up and all that fun stuff. Hopefully next week will go a little bit smoother.